on the mound, the legendary Leroy Satchel Paige. Arguably the greatest pitcher this sport has ever seen. We know for certain the oldest rookie in the history of Major League Baseball. Now, Major League Baseball says that Satchel was 42 years old when he finally got his opportunity to pitch in the major leagues with then the Cleveland Indians. Most who knew Satchel believed that he was at least 10 years older than he claimed to be. Satchel was likely born into the early to mid-1890s in Mobile, Alabama. And so that birth record was typically kept in the back page of the family Bible. And according to Satchel, the goat ate that page out the Bible. His original tombstone has a question mark by his birthday. Yeah, the old man literally took it with him to his grave. But when we talk about Satchel Paige, there is really no one to compare him to. Not someone who combines the longevity. By his estimation, he pitched in over 2,600 games. The great stuff. Recorded some 55 no-hitters and only God knows how many strikeouts. And the charisma. He could sell it. Yeah, he could sell it, but he could also back it up. There will never, ever, ever be another Leroy Satchel Paige.
Okay, all set to go. Now the third baseman, Hayes. The pitch. Strike one.
0-1.
And there's a strike. Hayes started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here's the left fielder, Glass. First pitch just misses. Singy, I can't imagine batters enjoyed facing Satchel Paige. That high leg kick, so distracting and tough to figure out. Next offering upstairs.
Yeah, that leg kick really messes with the hitter's timing, and if you can get past that and find the release point somehow, you still got to hit some of the best stuff any pitcher's ever had.
Next offering is in for a strike.
A pitcher like Satchel who can change speeds, run it into triple digits, or get you out on that front foot with the changeup, you just hope you run into one and make contact.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. The punch out there. Satchel really humming down. And here is Smith.
That's out.
No score, just getting started, top of the first. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. That one hammered. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Second inning set to go. Stepping in the long ball threat, Bates. And a pitch. Ball one, no strikes. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Satchel kicks and delivers. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. O'Neill racing over to make the catch. And here's the catcher, Hughes, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Next pitch is outside.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. McDonald digs in now. First offering misses the mark. Satchel comes to the plate. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The next pitch misses. Ball 2. Paige winds and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Satchel famously had names for his pitches. So he didn't have fastball, curveball, changeup. No, not Satchel. Satchel had what he called his midnight creeper. He had the two-humper. He had the bat dodger. He had the hesitation pitch. He had the long tom, the short tom, the jump ball, the trouble ball, the radio ball, the wobbly ball, the dipsy-do. And he also had a pitch that he famously called his B-ball. You know why he called it the B-ball? Because Satchel says, it bees where I want it to be when I want it to be there. And so he had all the stuff you needed to be a star, and he was just that. He was not only the Negro League's biggest and brightest star, but he was one of the biggest stars in baseball history.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the third baseman, Hayes. The pitch. That's in there, and we're underway.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. The two-humper gets the K. Glass will hit next. In the air, left side. Sanders under it. Out number 2. Chris, it must have been so difficult hitting Satchel with so many different out pitches. Smith in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss.
One ball, one
strike one.
Yeah, a pitcher with 2 or 3 out pitches is an ace these days. Satchel had closer to a dozen. Dig in against someone like that, you're just guessing every pitch, especially with his amazing command.
Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber, kicks and fires. Strike 2.
Cy Perkins caught Satchel for a lot of seasons, and for a while, he wouldn't even give signs. He'd just hold up the mitt, and Satchel would hit it.
And Satchel with the B-ball for the strikeout. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Bates. And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike. Satchel kicks and delivers. A swing and a soft liner. Puts it away for the out. Hughes, batting with one down, takes the strike. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Way high. The other way, and puts the squeeze on it. That's out number 2. McDonald at the plate now. That's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it.
They clocked Satchel Paige unknowingly in a ball game in Griffith Stadium in D.C. Satchel retires aside, and the kid from the military comes over. Mr. Paige, we clock your fastball at 105 miles per hour. Satchel looks at the kid. He says, son, I wish I'd known you were timing me. I could have thrown harder than that. Yeah, you'll hear from the old Negro League players who saw Satchel in his prime that if anyone tells you they saw his fastball in the hitting zone, they're lying. Yeah, you might have seen it leave his hand, but by the time it got there to home plate, it literally was about the size of an aspirin tablet.
Now the left fielder, Harvey. The wind of the pitch. That's a strike, and we are underway. Fly ball to right. And there's one down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Marshall. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Boog, you know who else said Satchel had the hardest fastball he'd ever seen? Cardinals Hall of Famer Dizzy Dean.
Next offering misses, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Dizzy, of course, one of the great pitchers and hard throwers of the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, and he said Satchel's fastball made his look like a changeup.
2 strikes.
Paige winds and fires. The B-ball for the strikeout. Can't hit what you can't. Gordon getting ready to hit.
Boog, how about that no-hitter Satchel threw against the New York Black Yankees in 1932?
One of the greatest single-game performances ever. Jackie moves under it. Makes the catch. 1 down. In that game on the mound, he had 11 strikeouts, and at the plate, he had 2 hits. Only 3 other pitchers in Major League history have ever done that, and one of them was Hall of Famer Catfish Hunter. Parker in the box now, takes strike 1. Out towards right center field. He'll score, and they've tied it. It's 2-2. So digging in, Gordon. And a pitch. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Next offering is in for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
The B-ball absolutely humming. That's a K. 2 on, 1 out. Parker, the next to hit. In there for strike 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Another B-ball for the K. Floyd now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Corners are occupied with 2 down. And he got 1-2. That last pitch at 104. Unreal.
What really made Satchel so special was 105 with pinpoint control. He could put it exactly where he wanted to put it, and I'm not talking about just throwing strikes. The catcher set the target. He hit the target. He didn't miss. You see, he didn't warm up in the bullpen like most pitchers do, throwing to the catcher across home plate. You know what Satchel would use? A stick of foil chewing gum wrapper. the catcher would sit the chewing gum wrapper on top of home plate. And wherever the catcher moved the chewing gum wrapper, Satchel right over the top of that chewing gum wrapper. And as Satchel would say, he'd work both corners of that chewing gum wrapper. He was absolutely uncanny.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the left fielder, Harvey. The pitch. That's a strike, and away we go this afternoon. Pitch is in for a strike. That is strike two. That one missed. A lot of pitchers with great command or great velocity, but having both is so rare. Satchel was one of the special few. Next pitch misses. 2-2.
I mean, 105 with the ability to spot it all over the place. Just ridiculous. You know, Ryan Helsley dialed it up to 104 miles per hour in 2022. To think Satchel was doing it 80, 90 years before that is just crazy.
Satchel comes to the plate. Good eye right there. Got him looking. One out. Now it's the shortstop, Marshall. Swings through that one. 0-1. And a foul ball. No score, just getting started, top of the first.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Goes down looking. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Reese. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. On the ground, Little collects. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Bell in the box now. No balls and a strike. Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Got him swinging.
One of my favorite Satchel Paige stories involves the old man pitching in the Denver Post tournament. They're playing an all-white semi-pro team. The first kid from the semi-pro white team gets into the batter's box. Satchel throws him a fastball. He dribbles it down the third base line. It stays fair. The kid beats it out, gets an infield hit. Well, about that time, one of the kids from the opposing team steps into the dugout steps and says, "Let's beat him. He ain't nothing but an overrated darky." Well, Satchel Paige had a nickname for everyone. His nickname, famously for the legendary Buck O'Neil, was Nancy. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, Satchel looks over at first base and he says, "Nancy, did you hear that?" Buck said, "Yes, Satchel, I heard it." He said, "Nancy, bring him in." So Buck turns and motions for the outfield to take a couple of steps in. Satchel looks over at first base. He says, "Nancy, bring him all the way in." Honest to God's truth, there were 7 guys kneeling around the mound. And Satchel strikes out the side on 9 straight pitches. He looks into the opposing team's dugout and says, "Overrated darky hate." But the legendary Buck O'Neil always said if he had one game to win and any choice of any pitcher from any era, it would be the legendary Satchel Paige. He says you might beat him when he was out there messing around, but when he was locked in, forget about it.
Now the number 2 hitter, Cole. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Terry aboard here at first with nobody out. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. One down on a 3-pitch strikeout. So up next, Gordon. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Singing the audacity Satchel had in this game. Just daring the batters to put one in play. It's the showmanship that made him famous and the sheer skill that made him great. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
This wasn't even the only time he did it. Satchel had some barnstorming games where they'd bring in one more fielder every inning until it was just him and the catcher out there.
Man at first, Parker digs in now. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Another legendary bit of Satchel swagger. He wrote fastball on the bottom of his left shoe just to taunt the batter and tell him what was coming.
Strike 2. Can Satchel really do this? Next one misses. Now 1-2. Satchel kicks and delivers. Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. Got it! Who needs a defense behind you anyway?
Now, Major League Baseball says that Satchel was 42 years old when he finally got his opportunity to pitch in the major leagues in 1948 with the Cleveland Indians. He, along with Larry Doby, would help Cleveland win the last World Series at that time that Cleveland had won. Many thought Satchel should have been named Rookie of the Year. He goes 6-1 with a 2.4 ERA his rookie season at age 42, which means he might have been closer to 52.
And in comes Cleveland's ageless Satchel Paige to mount the mound for the Tribe.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now Rose. And a pitch. That one's in there. And that is strike one. So here comes Satchel into the game in relief. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
2 strikes.
Heck of an assignment to draw on your MLB debut, Boog, and even more so at Satchel's age, whatever it is.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Leonard getting ready to hit. Good contact guy, good defender. And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Chase the swing. Appeal down to third. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. At the plate, Green. In there, and it's 0-1. To the right side. He takes it on his own. Satchel gets through his first MLB frame unscathed. Back here at the ballpark, and now the center fielder, Michaels. And the pitch. This is off the inside. 1-0. Well, Satchel's a rookie today, but he's got a long professional history in Cleveland. Next offering is fouled back. Back in 1931, Satchel pitched 5 games with the Cleveland Cubs. And then, of course, he pitched in Cleveland with other teams, particularly the Pittsburgh Crawfords. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, those Crawfords teams of the early 30s, Boog, right up there with the best ever in baseball.
That's right. Paige, Josh Gibson, Oscar Charleston, Judy Johnson, Cool Papa Bell. Just ridiculous. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Sherman, the next to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. And he hits a ground ball right side. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down. And first offering is fouled off. Paige winds and fires. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Two outs. Runner on first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Harrison. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering is in for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Benson under it, but it's the pitcher that makes the play, and that is that. Bottom of the ninth, and here is Bates. The pitch. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. It didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
2 balls, no strike.
Satchel comes to the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1. Popped up left side. And just foul. Satchel kicks and delivers. Good eye in that spot. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Next to hit, Hill. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that's in there for strike 1. Bates over at first with 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2 pitch from Satchel. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. And here's the first baseman, Owens. That one's in there, 0-1. The 0-1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. At the belt and fires. And 1-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Now, Satchel in 1965 is believed to be 59 years old if you believe he was born in 1906, which I do not, but for the sake of the story, we'll say that he was indeed born in 1906. He pitches 3 shutout innings against the Boston Red Sox, giving up only 1 hit in those 3 innings. Great trivia question. Who got that long hit off of Satchel? The legendary Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz. Yaz gets a double against the old man. Satchel leaves him at third and shut down everybody else over 3 of the most remarkably pitched innings in baseball history. And they were all turning, going back into the dugout in utter disbelief that they couldn't hit that old man.
And now the shortstop, Hill. And he deals. Satchel making him look foolish. Hill tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he won around. Ruled a swing. Murray will hit next. Outfield playing pretty shallow. In there, and it's 0-1. Chris, Satchel was 58 when he pitched this game, at least officially. We're both in our early 50s. I can't imagine how he did it. Paige winds and fires. That one fouled off.
It's really unbelievable, Boog. Satchel would tell you a million different reasons why he was able to keep playing so long. Not sure which one of them I believe, though.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Randall pulls that one down, 2 away.
One of those rules of his was to avoid fried meats. That's one you live by, right, Boog?
Well, unless I'm in Philadelphia. Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber. Kicks and fires. Good eye right there. Struck him out on a fastball that crawled to the plate. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Rose. The pitch. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-2 pitch from Satchel. Fights it off. He'll see another. Satchel comes to the plate. And ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Satchel just keeps rolling along. Here's the center fielder, Leonard. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Next pitch off the plate. And now it's even 1-1. Just missed. Satchel kicks and delivers. flips the corner. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Nice grab on the run. And there are 2 outs. Palmer stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. To the right side. The old man keeping these hitters in check. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And now the first baseman, Santiago. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Gets under it and pops it up. Reed has this one sized up. Puts it away for the out. Green stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Center field. Stewart on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Moss stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-1. This one popped up. Reed moving under this one and makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Without question, Satchel Paige was the Negro League's biggest and brightest star. The man would ride into towns, and the entire towns would shut down to watch him pitch. Everyone wanted to see the old man do his thing. Was he a little bit disheartened when he wasn't the first to break baseball's color barrier? Of course he was, because in many ways, he was the Negro Leagues. And I'm not sure there's any more lore or legend surrounding any one athlete. Perhaps it's because we don't really know how old he truly was, and because he dazzled us for decades. By the time he ended his career, he was either 59 or maybe 69 years old, and he was still getting it done. Only the immortal Leroy Satchel Paige.